I'm Lazy B, justice seeker, story keeper, and we're still watching, waiting for justice.
Hello. How are y'all? I gotta tell y'all, 2026 is turning out to be a great year. I'm not saying like it's great that we have murders and we have trials to go to, but I just feel like I have this new, I don't even know how to explain it. I need a little pep in my step. I just had never been to trial before and like going 2 days. And so supposedly they're going to be back on Saturday. And I think I'm going to go. Hold on. This blurry background is like cutting my hair off. Oh, still see all that crap in my corner. All right. How is everybody? All right. Yeah, I'm excited. I've got my notebook and I just thought, like, I don't want to sit here and just live stream the whole thing. I know that everybody gets tired. By the way, do y'all, any of y'all subscribe to Kat Not Williams? This is her YouTube. I called into her live today. I am not like out there trying to like beg for subscribers. That's not what I was doing. I was just trying to share because I always love to hear from local people when I watch trials about the jury and all this. And y'all know Recovery Addict. Is that the name of his channel? So I had posted something maybe yesterday and today, and then whatever. I didn't email him or anything. And somebody emailed me, I guess that was in the chat, and said there was a moderator that was rude and didn't want me telling anything about the trial. I'm like, well, whatever, kiss my ass. I mean, I just want to share. I'm not trying to get, you know, whatever out of this. I just wanted to share what I'm seeing. But Kat was so nice. She popped up in my live feed or my feed after when I was leaving, and I said, "Hey, I'm here. Like, happy to tell you." And she sent me a StreamYard link. And as I drove home, I just spoke to her chat. So that was really nice. So y'all should follow her. She is live streaming the trial. But I am Leslie B, and I'm in Nashville. And I started the channel about 15 months ago. So I'm happy y'all are here. You saw me twice today on camera? Dear. Yeah, he was showing more of the gallery today. I talked to him for a while. He's actually one of my card because he says his producer at Law and Crime. I said, "Oh, you're with Court TV." He's like, "Well, Law and Crime, they own Court TV." Likes to talk to true crime people. And I also met the producer of 48 Hours. And I'm pretty sure there's a Dateline lady there. Hey, Christine, Lori. Oh, you heard me on the live? Good. I haven't even gone to her channel to listen to it since I've been home. I will have to do that. Hey, Aurora. Aurora, what did you see? What did you think? And tomorrow, the ex that decided to get an abortion for this man will testify. I don't know, and I cannot go tomorrow. I had to decide either go today or tomorrow, and I really thought the medical examiner was going to be today. And I know today was a little more boring, but it was good for me to be there. I got to talk to Jade. No, I'm sorry, Jade's friends. Oh God, that was horrible to say. It was good in that regard. Hey, crimesters. But I think I was told by Nija that they're having court on Saturday, that the judge wants to make sure they get this done before the 4th of July. So I'm thinking I'll go back Saturday. Hey, Andrew, good to see you. Yeah. I felt like Letitia was tired. I mean, I didn't hear a peep. I didn't hear a peep out of her husband. I told people they were married. They're like, no, they're not. I'm like, yeah, I mean, they are based on my searches. Um, maybe they don't want it really well known. Yeah, Blaze is the short little guy. He's a good-looking guy, but somebody today's like, "Has he worn the same suit 3 days in a row?" I said, "I don't know, I haven't paying attention." I'm glad that y'all are enjoying the info. I'm just, like, having fun sharing it. I'm good at taking notes and just sharing what I see. Um, we did have a great anniversary, maybe a trip to Tally next year to celebrate. Wouldn't that be something? Yeah. Um, yeah, I mean, it was Wednesday night, right? So, we're gonna go out to dinner. We had a great trip. We splurged a lot in Vegas because I rented the cabana at the pool. Hey, John Smith, good to see y'all. They didn't get the security camera. I don't know, we'll have to circle back on that, I'm not quite sure. Okay. So, sorry, I'm just kinda reading the chat. Hey, Ruth Ann. I was gonna show y'all what I have on the screen. You're probably like, "Why does she have a piece of paper with doo-doo on it?" So, in the courthouse, when you go to the bathroom, this is on the back of the stall door, and I just started laughing. I took a picture for y'all. It says it's got a poop, like, emoji. "When you go, where does it go? Down the drain, through pipes and pumping stations to our wastewater treatment plant." Can't y'all just see a bunch of government officials sitting around a table going, "This is a great campaign. We'll put them all over these plastic clings in toilets in the courthouse. Tip, only flush toilet paper, trash and wipes clog pipes and damage our equipment. At the treatment plant, we separate the waste from water. The poop is sent to be made into fertilizer. The water is biologically treated with microscopic bugs. The bugs eat dissolved poop and are removed. No chemicals. The clear water left over is disinfected with ultraviolet light and sent to the river, safe for fish and wildlife." Who wants to vomit? What do y'all think about that? I mean, I was just peeing and I saw that and thought, "Are you kidding me?" Yeah, it's great seeing everybody here. You have your coffee ready? I don't kn I mean, I'll share anything I can. I've got my notebook, the trial was less feisty, yeah, because Letitia was quiet. She, she had on black and white again. Maybe that's her thing because I think she's had it on every day. I mean, a different outfit. She had on different product glasses and not a peep, not an objection, and I don't know if this was the strategy all along, but the little guy that looks like the Dan from Bart Simpson, he did a lot of the work today. But he does come across, I think, better with the jurors. The jury, though, I will tell you, I was very engaged today. The text messages were a hit with them, and the women were extremely tuned in and taking notes. Beach bum. My mom heard Leslie's lunch report. She's like, "Oh," I said, "Yeah, she's from Nashville." "Oh, Lori, that's awesome. You grew up in Nashville. You lived there for 41 years. That's so cool." Blake Shelton's bar. Hey, Kat, not Williams. I'm so happy that I could share. I don't know that I'll have anything new, but I do have my notebook out this time because I was driving before. Um, you saw Vince Gill and Amy Grant at church one time, Lori? Yeah, Vince Gill, he goes and has breakfast at the same place like almost every day. Aurora, talking about Nashville, remember the case about the teenager that went missing? He was found in the river days later. Does anyone remember if the case was an accident or someone found? Are you talking about Riley Strain? So when I did my lunchtime live today, it was right there where he remember how I've been talking about all the different homeless people around? So it was right there. There's a bunch of law offices, and then there's like a sidewalk that goes down near the river. It's odd that he got in the river. I mean, y'all, it's like a rocky there's more to that story. I don't think any criminal charges ever happened. They're just kinda saying it was an unfortunate thing, but I do know his parents sued the fraternity. You haven't been to any of the bars. Yeah, when we live here, we don't like going to the bars at all. They're known for roofing people, boys and girls, to rob the boys and all that kind of thing. Vanderbilt ER gets so many cases of it. To show and test positive for roofie, you've got to get tested pretty quickly because it metabolizes so fast. But the drinks are crap. I took my son down there when he turned 21, so it was 3 years ago, and I was like, "I'd like a Grey Goose and soda," and they're like, "We don't have Grey Goose, we have Tito's," and it's, like, in a plastic cup, and it's $14. I said, "You know what? This is BS." So, hey, Goddess, welcome. You're new here? Welcome, we're happy you're here. Yeah, we're so happy everyone's here. Ruth Ann. Yeah, the Raleigh strain, he was a Missouri college student. That was very, very sad. Hey, Leanne. Yes, Melissa. So that's what, one of Jade's friends, the girl who the young lady who testified late yesterday, Nija, she said that. She said, "Yeah, they're having it Saturday because next week is 4th of July and he wants to be done." But then the prosecutor today said, "Well, they've still got 10 left on the list." The judge wanted to know, "Well, how many are you gonna have?" And she said, "I don't know, it could be all 10." But good for her, she didn't have to show her cards. Now, I'm curious who the defense is gonna call. He has, a guy friend, I mean, a friend that's in the audience. Yeah, it was Riley Strain, Aurora, that's who you're thinking of. Yeah. Hey, Justice Jane, good to see you. Um, yeah, I mean, it was so gracious of Kat. Thank you so much. I mean, she was so, like, receptive, like, "Here's a link, come on in." I thought, "Well, here we go. I'm just gonna call and drive home." Don't you love AirPods? Oh, that was cool. Oh, that's awesome. Ain't no hollaback girl. Cat sent me. Well, welcome, Pixie Poo. That's cute. And Jersey Girl Trey. That's cute. Happy y'all are here. Okay, so I just updated y'all on the poop poster in the courthouse by the Metro Water people. Um no, I like Recovery Addict. I just was shocked. It wasn't him that came at me. I think it was someone else. Sean, the sound guy there for Court TV. There's just I don't know, actually, Beach Bum, because there's a whole, like, kind of like one of those little side conference rooms, and there's only one camera guy in the courtroom, but there's a whole group in there. I'm not really sure what they are. Um, yeah, I was surprised that STS didn't do this. Hey, Miss Poffles. Oh, you're so welcome, Kat. It was great. I think I am gonna go Saturday. After talking to you, I thought, I'm an idiot if I don't go down there Saturday. You heard me on Cat Ride? Cool. Yeah, I know people were probably like, "Who is this woman, like, freaking out about ankle bracelets?" It just is a new experience for me. Um, no, good. I'm glad I sounded good. I felt like, God, they're probably thinking, "Who is this girl? Did she fall off a turnip truck?" Yeah, 6 days a week. This judge, he's just I mean, I understand you wanna be efficient, but I also, like, this is justice here. Let's let everything be done that needs to be done. Um, so that's interesting. Y'all think Blaze is in the same suit, changing ties? Maybe his parents are like, "Listen here, boy, we got 2,000,000 invested in this. You're gonna wear the same suit." Okay, yeah, this on the screen, this is on all the bathroom stalls in the courthouse. So this is like the Metro Nashville tax dollars at work. Is that not unbelievable? Yeah, it's been a wild experience. All right. I won't go through and say hi to everyone. I'm not trying to be rude. But so this is just like I took some pictures that I had on my phone and I just am sharing them with y'all. All right. So this is what's right outside the courtroom. I mean, wouldn't you think they could get like a professionally made sign? Absolutely. No cell phones unless Rule 30 applies. What is Rule 30? Does anyone know what Rule 30 is? Hey, Shy Gal. Oh, yeah, Cat. We love our Nexter. Um, yeah, Riley was determined an accident, but it was really bad. They never should have left him. But Y'all tell me what you think. What is Rule 30? I know I could Google it. You thought court would go longer? Well, Dr. Carney, the medical examiner, is the next one, and I'm really pissed that I missed it, but I cannot go tomorrow. I mean, I have like 4 appointments that I had already kinda merged Thursday and Friday together, but everybody at work is like, "Is everything okay?" Because all I put on the calendar was PTO, personal matter. And so, I mean, it's nobody's business. I can do what I want with my PTO, but it's not like me. If you know me, like, I'm a planner, and people are probably thinking, "My god, she's losing it." No, Blaze is not gonna take the stand. I mean, he kinda sits like this, and today during break, they all get up, and he just sat there. Subject to court removal or contempt of court tolerance. So this lady that sits at the doors, I mean, I don't know if she's a bailiff or what, but, she lets the witnesses in and out. But there was a guy on my row, he's friends with all of Jade's friends, and he's been texting. I mean, his phone's on silent, and she came over to him and she said, "Listen, um, I want you to be able to attend this trial, but you've gotta put your phone up." So, I mean, they were definitely watching. Interesting. You saw me in crime talk chat today? Yeah, I did jump into that. I was just trying to share. Oh, goddess, I'm glad you heard me. Um, okay, well, I'll put my face on the screen since we got some new. Ruth Ann, you think 100% guilty? Yeah, so I was asking Kat what her channel thought, and she was saying they're leaning towards plenty of reasonable doubt. I mean, the crime scene not being, you know, basically shut down immediately is ridiculous. Okay. So this is the sign outside the courtroom. And then so it's courtroom 6A. You know how when I'm addicted to all the Adelson stuff, they always show the courtroom 3G. I'm like, well, I'm gonna get a picture of courtroom 6A. So that is it. We're on the 6th floor of the Birch Courthouse, which is named after a Supreme Court justice. Criminal Court Division, Steve Dozier, that is the judge. I mean, if someone were to say to me, "Oh, he's really a fun guy," I'm gonna need to see video of that. Okay, this was cracking me up this morning. I did not notice this, and maybe this is because this was ankle monitor day or whatever, but look at all these things that are not permitted. BB guns, compressed air guns. Hold on, I zoomed in the pictures. Flare gun, and, if anything is on a list, it's because somebody has done it. Aerosols, fuels, gasoline, gas torches, lighter fluid, strike anywhere matches, turpentine and paint thinner, chlorine for pools and spas, compressed gas cylinders, liquid bleach, spillable batteries, tear gas, spray paint, box cutter, razor, ice picks, knives, any length and type, meat cleavers, realistic replicas of firearms, starter pistols, axes and hatchets, cattle prods. Has anyone seen something like this in a courthouse? Um, what else? Crowbars, hammers, drills, screwdrivers, brass knuckles, cubations. I don't even know what that is. Martial arts weapons, nightsticks, nunchuckas, stun guns, throwing stars, blasting caps, dynamite, hand grenades, um, scissors, nail files. Oh, no crocheting, needles. You're allowed to bring eyelash curlers, eyeglass repair tools, scissors with a blunt tip, cuticle cutters, nail clippers, tweezers, umbrellas, once they have been x-rayed, and walking canes. This is not an inclusive list. Any item thought or perceived to be a weapon or prohibited will not be allowed. Hey, take it to trial. Yeah, I like Recovery Addict. I don't think he was coming at me. I think it was a mod, but I didn't even see it. Somebody just said that. Oh, good. I'm glad y'all liked it. Thank you. Aw, peach bum, thank you. I mean, I feel like today when I was talking to the law and crime guy, he's like, "Give me your card." I was like, "Oh my gosh, yes." And, he's like, "Who edits your videos?" I was like, "Dude, I'm 52. I just learned how to do this 15 months ago." I was like, "You're looking at her." "Yep, you saw me on Court TV." That's so cool. Yeah, the judge, I need to give his wife some advice is what I need to do. You heard a cell phone ringing? Huh, I didn't hear it, but that doesn't mean I wonder if it could be if it means the attorneys can use their phones. I know that Judge Everett bought them snacks. That was sweet. Yeah, PTO it is. Damn right. Yeah, I was, on the right side behind, like, Jade's family today. I did go over to the other side for a bit, and it was terrible. I couldn't see the jury. I couldn't see Blaze because I was staring at Big Ed's head, and I could not see the witness. So, it's like when I can't see the witness, it automatically affects hearing them. Toxicology report, nope, that's coming. I'm assuming with this medical examiner I'm so pissed I can't go tomorrow. You know, if I can swing it, I'm gonna wrap all my stuff up at lunch, and I'm gonna go over there. Leave phone in car? No. I just turned mine off, and then when I got out, like, I used it. Thank you. Goddess says, "Rule 30 governs the process of taking depositions by oral examination, and the testimony is transcribed in the deposition." Granny Debbie says at this point, the state hadn't proved anything against Blaze. Yeah. All kinds of reasonable doubt, you say. But did y'all hear today when, who was it? I guess the defense attorney was like, "But the scene was contaminated." And Jason Terry's like, "Well, I mean, let's that word, like, define contamination," which I love, seek to clarify as a sales director, that's what we do. Like, tell me more about that. Like, words have different meanings to different people. Um, yes, when the attorney says subject for recall, it keeps the subpoena active. Well, we haven't heard all the evidence, y'all. So, okay, the Walmart. So that I wanted to do a video. I wanted to talk about that. I mean, it would not be a murder trial without the mention of Walmart. Is Walmart not mentioned in every freaking trial? I want to know what that was. I wrote this down. We can just start at the back. But who is, I saw all the friends looking at each other and I wanted to ask, and then I didn't. I've kind of felt like I was a third wheel for a bit. Um, they start talking about this guy. What was his name that texted? Um, Jayus or something. Y'all know what I'm talking about? I mean, why can't I find it? Jarius Porter. Who is he? I need to know. Thank you, True Crime Wifey. In Tennessee, including Nashville, Davidson County criminal trial. Rule 30 refers to Tennessee Supreme Court Rule 30, which regulates media coverage, photography, and recording devices inside the courtroom. Okay, well, oh yeah, somebody goes, "Oh, since you're a YouTuber, does that mean you can film this?" I said, "No, I'd be in jail." Yeah, the phone call Jade made to her bestie was incriminating. Yeah. Yeah, no baseball bats. Damn, I can't take my bat to court. What was um Cat, take it to trial says the chat says guilty. The thing is, here's the deal. He has a very expensive team, and I'm sorry, but people with money can get away with shit. Wow, somebody was crocheting. Not in Nashville. Oh, you like my fashion report? Today, it wasn't as good, the reporting. I just need a new career. Like, I am ready for it. If Court TV or Law and Crime would be like, "Hey, so listen, the problem is, like, I'm gonna have to make some pretty semi-decent money, but, I'm not gonna be living on YouTube." I mean, YouTube, I don't even it might cover our groceries. Yeah, I would love to be an executive producer. Yeah, I agree. I think the phone call to the friend, was a really big deal, and I did talk to her, and I told her, Nija, I said, "Listen, I want you to know that my community, we watched you, and we just thought you did a really good job, and we just said, 'Hang on.'" And she was like, "Really?" I said, "Yes." And I said, "If you ever need, confidence builder, you just need to go read that chat." I did. I said that to her. Um She said it was really hard, but she said she feels so relieved because for years she's not been able to talk about anything. All she's been able to say is she was murdered. She was murdered. I mean, they said 10 people on the witness list, but y'all know it's a game. So they always put lots of people on the list, but then who they call? Yeah. I don't think they're gonna call 10 people, but I could be wrong. Yeah, Letitia was very quiet. Yeah, Blaze is good looking. Well, we haven't seen that evidence yet. I mean, I'm curious what the toxicology is gonna show. I'm, like, so curious about all of that. Um, yeah, I don't think Jade did this to herself at all. Yeah, I almost wonder if the judge didn't talk to Letitia, but, we never really know until closing how they put it all together. Okay, CCGTV. Right now, defense is walking us through everything they promised in opening. The prosecution has not proven anything they promised. I need to go back and re-listen. It's true, Lori. Who else had motive? I don't believe she did it to herself. Yeah. He didn't want that baby. And I don't know how to say it. I said it on Kat's channel, but not really well. When you sit there in the courtroom and you see Blaise's friends and family and you see Jade's, it's just a very different group of people. It's a very different socioeconomic, I think I said demographic on Kat's channel, and socioeconomic probably would have been a better term. McDonald's is in every trial. Yeah. Yes. So I mean, I think they did go in because the police didn't go. And so this mom, who was also sitting in front of me, the red curly hair lady, she's like, "Well, then go and do this because her son's a cop," and said that. We need footage from Walmart. Yeah, there was a Des mentioned about we're effed up or something. I was getting confused on a lot of that. Yeah, they didn't know it was a crime scene. But see, Refan, I have a problem with that because I mean, I agree. But what's his face? Sergeant Smith, he said, "Yeah, we're gonna go." You've got someone on a ventilator, okay? Then the basically DOA at the hospital. So I think that's kind of a crime scene. And a 25-year-old shows up in cardiac arrest. Oh yeah, the weed guy. Yep. And I said this on Kat's channel too. She's a chef. We know those people in that industry tend to party hard. Um, and I think they did party. I mean, I thank God I didn't have texting when I was that age. Good God, I can only imagine what would have been on. But I do think she was all about pregnant and having a baby and all that. Um, I agree, Kat. I think they really need a toxicologist. Yes. Like drugs, clarity. I know. So I wrote some questions that I had if I ever get to interview some of these people. I want to know why Blaze went to Utah. I wanna know where the cup is because apparently the cup wasn't there. Where did the cocaine come from? And was, them painting art a typical activity? And then I also wrote down were peanut butter M&Ms Jade's favorite because I love peanut butter M&Ms, and she had them on her nightstand. But, I totally agree. I mean, they have to have some major toxicology reports, and I really wanna hear from this Dr. Carney. Oh, Kath, you think the defense is insinuating Jade was doing a deal in the Walmart parking lot because she didn't go in and just sat. Well, I mean, was she getting it for their friend? I saw her family, and they were all kinda like, looking at each other. I don't really know. I have a lot of questions, but I said to her friends, I feel like, I don't know what's been left out of this trial. I didn't even find out about this trial until Sunday. So I would just love to hear more. Yeah, I'm dying to know about Jarius Porter. The state didn't want him brought up. The defense did. Oh, did they ever say, because I remember didn't she send a text like gotta confirm he's the daddy or something with Blaze? Did they do that through a DNA test? Does anyone know? With a court order having to be used to get his devices, and then he produces work-issued devices and not his phone he used at the time, that's extremely suspicious. I couldn't believe how many devices he had. It's like, "Good God." No, I don't believe Jade was doing this to herself. Mm-mm. Paige, I don't think his team is going great, though. The misrepresentations will sink them with the jury. I will tell y'all the 3 or 4 the female jurors, let me show you what they were like today. They, had their notebooks, and they're like this when they were doing all the text messages. I mean, they were just and, one girl, she was trying to get another one's attention, which you're not supposed to do, but she was all like, doing all this. Um, I saw a lot of men taking notes. There was an older man, and he was kinda sitting like this, but, there's just some people that like, I've seen enough or I don't know. Oh, beach mom, I'm not leaving. I just wanna expand my horizons. Bad mom Bree. Taylor was indicted a year later, keep that in mind. Yeah. Okay, Goddess says, "Remember, Nija had Jade's phone, and the defense attorney, Letitia, asked Nija, 'When did you get Jade's phone, and how long has she had Jade's phone?' Letitia said, and things were erased off the phone." So maybe that explains too, because the guy today that did the, digital expert, he was saying her phone was locked. There were a couple things got confused on. Her phone was locked, and then it wasn't unlocked until, like, 6 something AM the next day. Well, we know she was on the ventilator. She wasn't unlocking it, and I kinda wonder, though, was she deleting, like, "Oh, crap, I've got stuff about" you know, just stupid stuff, not about her taking her out. Then the other one was, the guy testified that her phone locked and that when it's locked, you can't make a call, which is correct, but you can still take a picture and you can still receive a call. But then she called Jade, and I noticed that I was thinking it, and I noticed little Ned from Bart Simpson's attorney, he brought it up, and he was clarifying it, but he didn't go any deeper. And I kinda thought, "This is weird." She did a good job. Who did a good job? You love Letitia? Oh, Luigi may be accepting a plea deal in court tomorrow. Shy gal. Sorry, I'm, like, so behind, I don't know. Um, Nija made up this no, she didn't. Mm-mm. He didn't want that baby. And he had tried to give a abortion pill to a previous girlfriend who was pregnant before. Jade's phone was unlocked, the police were the ones who unlocked it. But I thought too it was locked when supposedly then she called Jade to say, "What did he put in my drink?" or something. I don't know. I've gotta put it all together. Here for today, maybe the judge chewed Letitia out. Maybe, or maybe she read YouTube chats. I don't know. You believe her and the judge is irritated. Ain't no holla bark girl. I hear you. I mean, he is very short, but I mean, I think he's had a good life, you know? Dreamscape. I think there may have been a domestic discussion in Letitia's house. No, the judge was probably rude and Letitia mentioned it, and the prosecutor said Letitia was not being ethical. Judge said, no, she's not. Yeah. Well, that would be pretty bad if a judge were to accuse somebody of that. Yes, Paige, right. Blaise's dad is a coach at A&M, right. One of the like for the running backs, and his salary is 625,000 a year, and he probably gets endorsement stuff. So they're telling what he makes. Um he's also been I think he at one time was on Titan staff here, probably got Blaise that job. He was even on staff at my alma mater years ago, Auburn. Yeah. Well, we just got to see the evidence. I mean, we're not convicting yet. I mean, a lot of times things don't make sense until they start piecing it all together. So, but they got to have some major toxicology stuff going on. Never show emotions. It can be signs of guilt. Yeah. People don't change their behavior that drastically without outside intervention. She almost looked like maybe she didn't feel well. I don't know. Maybe they went out and had a big steak last night. Jade and Keontae guy suspect could have been a mistake. No, I definitely don't think Jade. All right. Did they do DNA on the baby? I don't know. Does anyone know? I'm just not used to all this chat. All right. Let me see. I have something else to show y'all, I think. Oh, that was my lunch today. I actually had 2 of those since I'm supposed to be eating more protein. So I have something to tell y'all. So look at my forehead. You see how much it's moving? So I'll just tell y'all, I've gotten Botox or Dysport or whatever since I was in my 20s because not that I'm trying to look like a real housewife. I just did not want to get like all the like bad, you know, aging stuff. And I'm on camera a lot and taking photos and all that stuff for work. And I've been getting it. Well, I got this last round of injections, nothing. So I'll go back 2 weeks later. I'm like, something's wrong. Hold on. Peachy Keen, that is so sweet. 10 gift memberships to the food trucks. And thanks, Take It to Trial. You did that today too during the lunchtime. Welcome to the food truck gang. We have food trucks because Wendy claims she went to the food trucks, and we know it's bullshit. Okay, but anyway, my Botox, like, I mean, I haven't had this much movement since I was 18. So then I go back to them and they're like, well, maybe it was a bad vial. They redid it. Didn't work. So then I go back again. They tried something else and they said, you got to do a wash. And I started crying. So I'm not allowed to get anything for 6 effing months. So I'm going to be all wrinkled. But they were like, you know what? You're probably not eating enough protein and like you're not absorbing things. And maybe it's very rare that this happens. But I know y'all are like, what is your problem? Yeah, I know. I don't know. I mean, they were like, "Do you have an immune disorder?" I was like, "Well, hell, I don't know." So then I came home and I told my husband, I said, "I need to tell you something. I'm dying." And this truly happened in the last few months. And it's just like when I see all this movement, I know it's natural. And again, I'm not trying to look, I call it, if you live in Nashville, the Green Hills surprise face, all the women like this, I'm not trying to do that. But this is hard. So that's all the movement. I'm very aware, but nothing works. So, yep, there's that. Oh, Brooklyn, thank you. Um, y'all are sweet, but it's just So then I was at my primary care doctor, and I was telling her about it, and I said, "Can you do a blood panel? I think I've got an immune disorder." She said, "I don't think you're eating enough protein." I have been on a GLP-1 for 3.5 years, and she said, "How much protein are you eating?" It's like, "I know, not enough." I mean, there's days I don't eat, and I'll come home, and I'll have cereal for dinner, and I know that's terrible, but I'm just telling y'all. And she's like, "You're not getting enough protein, and you're not getting that absorption." And she said, "I think that's your problem. We'll see." But I'm just telling y'all. Oh, you're sweet, Brooklyn. I do have a great person, but, yeah, so anniversary was good. Happy husband, happy wife, happy YouTuber. And he's even been cool with me going to the trial. He's like, "How was your day today? Was it great?" He I think ever since he saw my Ruth Markel interview, he's like, "I really like that." But then last night, he's like, "Don't be on there talking bad about people. We can't get sued." Okay. Yeah, oh, snap, takes a while to wear off. I have, but nothing has changed with my meds for years. I mean, nothing. And my blood work is better than like, it's excellent. But I have another friend, she's like, "Same thing happened to me. Apparently, this can happen in your 50s." I'm just blaming menopause. But in good news, started some hormone replacement. The ultrasound pics, her parents were bawling. It was really, really sad. On one second, I thought her mom had on sunglasses, but then I realized it was just glare, but her mom was just, um, bawling, and her sister just kept playing with her hair and, like, rubbing her back, and I mean, when you sit there and you can, like, feel that emotion, like, some people in Cat's chat were like, I mean, we just yeah, we think it's a lot of doubt. I said, "Well, now that I've met, like, Jade's family and friends," I mean, I'm biased, right? Lee, you like the Green Hill surprise face. Hey, gossip rumor. Oh, embrace your natural beauty. It's hard though. I have a very heavy, like, I call it the prepubescent vagina between here when I can't. I just protein is a must. I know, I'm terrible. I know. I think it's the GLP-1. I really do. I eat cereal all the time, right? It's fiber. I mean, Lucky Charms. Yeah, I know. It just sucks. Okay. Let me see what else I have. And then I'm gonna go through my notebook and read y'all my notes. I know I'm rambling. Okay, this is outside the courthouse, this sign, bail bond solicitation prohibited. I mean, this is just shit you don't see every day. And then, okay, this is the carpet in the courtroom. But the reason I took a picture of it, because when they were showing Blaise's artwork that they did that night, that's what his painting looked like. So I just wanted to take a picture. And then I'll show y'all, this is me on court TV today. Oh, oh, that's me. I was trying to smile at y'all, but then I was like, "Oh, I don't wanna be annoying." That's me. Okay. What's going on with all this Savannah Guthrie stuff? Alright, let's read let from my notebook. Let me kinda tell y'all where I am. So, I've almost filled every page in this notebook. I think I take too many notes. I wrote, "Long line at the courthouse, metal detectors." I look around and everybody's and has an ankle monitor, and I got nervous. So I take off all my gold bracelets. I mean, they're not real gold, my, Apple Watch. What else did I take? Oh, you have to put your car keys in your phone and your purse. And I'm going through the line and it keeps, beeping. And I said, "It's probably my bra." And the lady goes, "Oh, a bra wouldn't do it." I said, "Well, mine would. It would." And they're like, "Wand." Now I realize they were saying wand. And so the guy is like wanding me. And he's like, "Yep, it's your bra. It's the back with the closure." And I said, "Well, I wasn't going to take off my bra." I said, "Sorry." I said, "I'm sorry to disappoint you." And, he starts laughing, so, yeah. Okay, but it was really sad seeing all the people with ankle monitors with kids and stuff. Alright, I sat in the 5th row. A lot of this was in my life, but I may not have gone into as much detail. So, I did meet this girl I talked to, and her name was Morgan, and for those of you that are new here, I lost a child in 2006, and my daughter's name's Morgan. So, when she was like, I'm Morgan," I was like, "Oh my god," I just couldn't believe it, but she said all of them, Jade and, um, Nija, some others, they're all known as the girls. They've all been friends, since they were 6 years old. But I gave them a card, um, but it is her stepmom and real mom in the front row with their husbands. So it's both the ladies are white and then their husbands are black. Just don't be coming at me. I'm just sharing what y'all want to hear. Um, the guy that I was like wondering, was that Chianti over there on Blaise's side? It is not. I got that very much clarified today. Um, one of Jade's best friends works in the DA's office. She's a young lawyer. She was taking a lot of notes. Um, what y'all think about that Colin Finney guy that testified first today? He looked like something out of ZZ Top, and he's been having shoulder surgeries, and he hasn't worked in 2 years. I need some government benefits. I'm gonna show y'all. Oh, Vinnie Politan's got a show. Maybe we should watch that. Hold on. What was today? Day 3, right? This was the first guy. I'm not gonna play his testimony. Well, yeah, Blaise is a little dude, but Letitia looks tired. Okay, so this is
Yes.
Your Honor, at this time, I would like to mark.
so he was the guy that first went to the crime scene. So I wrote he reminded me of ZZ Top. So he is on shift from 9 PM to 7:30 AM. He said they had to get the search warrant. And he said, because unfortunately the DV team didn't do it, and that was a mess up. They were given a key to the apartment. So does anyone know where they got that key? Does anybody know? Let's see. And then the body cam, he kept reiterating that is only for when they interact with the public. That is not something they would normally wear just to like go in to and clear the scene. And I hated how he kept saying, "Well, the people with me were relatively new." I just felt like, I don't know, that just didn't sound good. But they mute the body cam footage because they don't want that to be admitted into court because it's hearsay. But their goal was just to make sure no one was inside. They did see a handgun. Um, yeah, he says at the time, there's no policy to keep the body camera on. I noticed like her family kind of like looks around like, oh, this is so frustrating, which makes me really sad. Live, laugh, laugh. You have the Green Hills forehead. Girl, I had it too until today. Goddess, I love that you're healthy and you eat cereal. That's good. Y'all are sweet. Okay. Something else I noticed, and I mentioned this on Kat's channel. So her family, they wear the purple bracelets, and then I think it's like one of their mom's friends, they have purple nails, but Ed is wearing a purple tie today. I'm like, is that passive aggressive or was that just a coincidence? Ed, the defense attorney. I thought Jason Terry was really good. So I wrote some key points down. So let me get to those. Oh.
Is it recorded in another method?
Oh, this man prosecutor, y'all, it is like watching glue dry. But one thing Jason Terry mentioned was a civilian crime scene investigator. And I know somebody that works for the Metro Police Department, and they said there is a civilian freaking police academy once a year, and I'm applying. I made sure though you didn't have to do like a boot camp routine, and you don't. But it's every Tuesday night for 10 weeks. I mean, holy crap, are you kidding? All right, so that's Blaise's painting that I was thinking kind of looks like the carpet.
Right.
At that time, based upon the information you had, did the paintings, for lack of a better term, there on the island have any significance to you?
No.
Did you consider them to be evidentiary matters to be collected?
Wait, I want to go back to hold on.
We weren't.
Hear the scene.
I want to hear something that Terry said. Gosh.
On the information.
141.
Stepping across the threshold or looking in.
Well, what happened, Dean? Did this happen on y'all's stream? Did this happen to anybody else? Superstar. Great photo bomb. Make it into my reel. That's cute. Is this happening for anyone else? It's probably when I was kicking the cable around, y'all. It was right at my feet. Holy crap. Oh, thank y'all. Yeah, I knew 2 years off the pay also. Sorry, I know this is, I don't want to go past it. But I still think it's very interesting how clean the apartment was. Like it had been cleaned.
Yes, these were the photographs I took that night.
Thankfully, request they be produced
Yeah.
as a summary exhibit, request is published in the journal.
Okay. 16.
Mr. Terry, you referenced a few minutes ago about there being, the first photograph would be usually the work order. Is that what we're seeing here?
That's correct, yes, sir.
And what is the information contained on that document?
What it contains is the date and the time the series of photographs begins, the complaint number for that particular incident that I'm out on, what type of call, the 10 code for that victim. I didn't have the Ms. Denning's information at that time, so UAT means unknown. The address where we're at, the scene, and who requested us, along with my name.
Now, with respect to the complaint number, I'm sure you may have heard a little about that before, but is that a unique identifying number?
It is. A complaint number is specific to each individual incident that the police department gets called to, or they do a report on. Or
I agree, Shy Gal. Ed seems he gets bossed around. Well, last night I said, I just feel like he's kind of her bitch. And then I was looking things up online. I'm like, oh, they're married. Yes.
most everything they have to do with. The 23 just denotes the year, and the rest of it, like in this case, 120532 is the 120,000 plus complaint number issued so far that year.
And what, if any, significance does that have with respect to your
I think eventually they had it as a DV case because she was worried that it was known that people were thinking he did this to her. And so before she passed, that's why the mom had the keys. Thanks, gossip.
work as a crime scene investigator and the collection of evidence?
Everything I do, all the paperwork I submit, including the evidence that I collect, it's all packaged and stored at the property room under that complaint number. All the paperwork is associated with that complaint number.
And I believe you said earlier that one of the things you do is to speak with the detectives to have an idea of what might be relevant in the nature of the call. Is that correct?
That's correct, and that's definitely the complaint number. We always want to make sure we're on the same page, the complaint number they have, because everything they do gets tied into that complaint number too. Just make sure we have the same complaint number.
And based upon getting that information, were there items that you were looking for based upon?
Ain't no hollaback girl. They clarified that though when he said it was so the first people that went, it was locked, and then these other people came and it was unlocked. But the reason it was unlocked because the police were inside. They did clarify that today. Because I was thinking the same thing. Like, well, that doesn't look good.
What the detectives had advised you.
Yeah, correct. Yes.
And on the next photograph, what are we seeing here?
This is just an initial external photograph of Miss Denning of the building.
You know what all this should tell us, though, seriously, y'all, as watchers of this kind of stuff? If you're ever involved in something or a loved one, not like involved like you're the criminal, but like make sure, like say to people, like for the integrity of this investigation, yeah, this is what I want. I mean, I'm not beyond it.
Just a close-up of the sign denoting the building and what apartments are in that building.
And if we were standing looking at that 1540 in the apartment, where would the person be who's taking that photograph?
Outside.
That's the parking lot.
Yes, correct.
But Goddess, you can't hold that against them because they didn't have the body cam footage. It's not protocol, and there's reasons why it's not.
That's just a close-up, still outside of the apartment number.
No, body
Now, do you recall this one
body cam is not for evidence. It is for the interaction with public.
of 07 on the first or second?
To be on the first level, first floor. Just a photograph of the external door going
Nice
into the
image.
apartment 107.
I think it's just Jade's favorite color. I don't think it means anything. I just think it's her favorite color.
Maybe we've already covered this, but was the door open or closed when you first walked up to it?
When I walked up to it, it was unlocked. Yes.
Okay. And so did you pull it back to take this photograph?
That I don't recall if the door was propped open. I believe it was shut when I first arrived and took the photograph. I don't recall.
And the reason I ask that is once you entered, were there officers inside as you were taking your photographs?
There were I think a couple of homicide unit detectives were in there.
Right, now, we've gone to the next photograph. What are we seeing and where are we in the?
Yeah, this is immediately as you come in the door, the first photograph. Captures part of the kitchen because the apartment, the way it's set up, you walk directly into the kitchen, the door. So that's the first photograph I take, is if you're walking into the door, this is what I see.
And what about Blaise interfering with the EMTs, preventing them from trying to do things to her? What about that? I mean, how do y'all take that? I'm just curious. Peachy Kane, thanks. Like to support Southern accents. Thank you.
Again, for
I
a
agree. The
better
investigation
flash.
sucked. Metro Nashville Police is so understaffed. You can call 911 and it takes a while.
Just kind of working my way around the room, same location, just shifted a little bit more to the right.
And with respect to the
Yes,
Harbour
Cass.
Island area,
I wrote that in my notebook. She said the state prosecutor reminds me of Leslie Jordan. Look what I wrote in my notebook today. Leslie Jordan. It's hysterical. Y'all, this man, he literally, top of his head at my shoulder.
were there items of interest to you?
There were, yes.
And what were those?
The items of interest that have been identified to me by the homicide unit were the two bottles, the Minute Maid and the V8 splash bottle there in the middle. This glass, which was half filled with clear liquid, in this glass, which was empty.
With respect to where that Minute Maid and the other bottle had been,
I think the reason Nija moved the camera, she put it back to where it always had been. It had always been in the kitchen, and then for some reason it was in her bedroom, aimed out the window. And so she put it back in the kitchen, thinking this will get him if he comes in the apartment.
before you entered, are you aware of where they were located?
I was advised that those bottles had been placed on the counter by the homicide unit who had removed them from the refrigerator.
You did clear of it.
They do have lots of the body cam, though, interviewing him at the hospital. Have you seen that, Goddess?
And we'll go to the,
This is just a photograph of the island at the center of everything.
and when I asked a few minutes ago if there were homicide detectives inside
Yes.
while you were working,
There's one of them there to the right.
at that time, based upon the information you had, did the paintings, like the term,
Well, do we know that Blaise cleaned it, or did he have someone else clean it? I mean, I don't know.
there on the island have any significance to you?
No,
Did you consider them to be evidentiary matters to be collected?
not from the information I had at that time, or just from looking at it, I didn't see anything about it.
Move on. And in this, again, you're saying you're panning or taking views from different angles, is that correct?
Yeah, it's just
Melissa, what guy cleans? Gay ones? I mean, good for them.
where I stand in the same spot initially, and I'll just kind of slice the room up like a pie and just go around from one corner to the other corner.
And you made pie, I've never said the word pie, maybe. Did you see any food?
I should know the big tall bailiff's name. I talked to him today, but I can't think of it. But they're all very nice.
There was on top of the stove and the pan, there were cookies, baked cookies.
Did you,
Here's the question, though, Goddess. Do we know from when was her last iPhone? When was the iPhone done versus when 911 was called? What's that time frame? Is that what you said a minute ago? I mean, maybe he was cleaning then. Oh, Kat said, how would Blaise have cleaned 929 to 940? Good question. These are all good questions.
notice any security camera surveillance inside the apartment? I would direct your attention to where Detective Mathis.
Yeah, I had to think that for a second. Just, right there in the corner right there. Right next to Detective Mathis's right elbow.
Could you circle that?
Sure.
Did that appear to be activated or?
No, from what I recall, no.
Reference the cookies.
Yes.
Are they in this photograph? If you could circle.
Sure.
And to the right of the cookies, did that also appear to be food items?
It did. I don't recall looking inside. They're right there. That's up.
What time did they eat dinner, though? Let's think about this. Because all this was going down, at 9 at night? So maybe they ate dinner and then she packed it all up. But why wouldn't you put your Alfredo in the fridge? Now I'm getting very confused. Because after we're done eating, I clean up the kitchen and it looks like that.
Containers.
And again, with the same sort of question, did those have any evidentiary value, with respect to anything that you knew about this case?
No, sir.
And close up view of what previously looked at, is that correct?
That's correct.
Do you recall whether there were any dirty dishes in the sink or?
I don't recall any, no.
And again, more of a close up of what we've already discussed, is that correct?
Correct, yes, sir.
Now, in looking at the cookies, does there appear to be one missing?
Appears to be Two missing.
I mean, those cookies look good. I'd probably eat one or two as well.
And where is this? Is this still Detective Mathis in the background?
Yeah, it is. This just shows just down from there, position of where the trash can was in relation to the rest of the kitchen. It just shows a more complete photograph of the kitchen. Photograph of the kitchen island just from the opposite side. Close up of the glass that was identified to me by the homicide unit and the clear liquid inside.
Yeah, I didn't understand that about the camera that was affixed to the ceiling, maybe in the breezeway. Was it not operating? Right? Well, today the guy said the other one was not responsive. It's like, well, was it offline? Did Wi-Fi kick off? Like, what does that mean? And the guy's like, we might have been notifications. I'm like, what the hell does that have to do with anything?
And was that one of the items that were later collected?
It was, yes. This photograph of the Minute Maid bottle and the V8.
Maybe Nashville's just like the perfect place to commit a crime. Great. It's where I live. Somebody at work was like, yeah, you should do crime here, and then you could cover your own stories. I guess like you see dash cams when they pull people over, right? I mean, isn't that when they turn it on? I don't know.
Splash bottle, again, that had been identified by the homicide unit as.
Tell you what, y'all, I know two people that are pretty high up with Metro Police. I'm going to ask these questions. I got it right now. All right. I'm going to ask dash cams. What's the policy? And what was the other one you asked? Oh, yeah, the body worn camera. They said that's not a policy. You know why? Because it's all about liability.
Things they wish collected. Close up of those same two bottles. That's a close up of the empty drinking glass that was also
Here's the
identified.
thing, y'all. Before body cameras and DNA and all that stuff, that's not how they solve crimes. It was a lot of circumstantial evidence, not direct evidence. And I think nowadays everybody just expects you got to have a video of it. I mean, this was my federal jury duty nightmare. It's a huge fentanyl deal. But because they didn't have it on video of him actually selling it, they couldn't convict him. And I was like, well, he's guilty. So it was a hung jury.
Well, the homicide unit is something they wanted collected.
Other than what we're seeing here on the island, do you recall whether there were any other drinking glasses on any other counter or elsewhere?
I'm sure there was. I don't recall seeing any that homicide believed warranted my attention, or I didn't see any that had any liquids in it or looked to be recently used.
Hey, I totally agree that body cams should be worn for evidence. And I'm not going to get into a Karen Reed debate, but look at that whole effed up situation. I thought this evidence was handled really well in the bags compared to that freaking cluster where the bag, I mean, that was in the ripped up clothes. Don't even get me started on all that.
Just close up of the same glass.
Now, to the left of the, as we're looking at it, glass, there appear to be a piece of paper.
Shy Gal, you're going to need someone to camp out for you. That'd be amazing. I'd love to go to Shanna Gardner's closing.
Right there, it looks like it's instructions for the card game Uno.
Was creepy.
It's just an overall shot of the living room area. This is a shot from the living room, looking into the bedroom.
Do you recall how many bedrooms there were in this apartment?
There's two bed, two bath.
And which one are we looking into now?
It's the only one that had a bed in it. I assume that was Miss Denning's room. It's the one, if you're facing, it's on the right of the living room if you're facing the living room. This was the initial view. As you walk through the door, you're right in the door frame of the bedroom. And again, like before, this is to my immediate left, and I will rotate around with photographs, just basically corner to corner.
It's true.
Now, with respect to the lines, were they in that condition as in being pulled down and
I could see this being a hung jury. I think it would be shocking to have 12 people probably agree either way, in my opinion.
Closed when you entered.
Yes, what you're seeing in these photographs is how it was when I
Mm.
first witnessed it, when I first saw it. Again, just the opposite corner, some part of the bed and the window. Again, just rotating around the side of the bed. Again, rotating around to the opposite corner and showing the door to the walk-in closet.
With respect to the
I don't know, but you know what? When I go back there Saturday, I'm gonna ask them why they cleaned it.
glass, the drinking
Mhm.
utensil there on the end table, did that have any significance?
No,
And in fact, did you collect anything from the bedroom?
no. The only thing I collected was there on the island, per what homicide instructed and what they wanted.
There's been no evidence so far that Blaise called his dad before 911. Well, he says it. He tells them that in the body worn camera video at Vanderbilt. He does say it.
I want to ask before we leave the nightstand, in any area of the bedroom, did you see a weapon?
There is one. The shot doesn't show it. I think one of the shots me coming out of the closet will show it, but there is one.
And where was it?
Like I said, you can't see it, but you'll see it in the photograph. It's right in there. It's a pistol in the holster. You'll see the top end of it.
I believe we will, as you say, get to it in a moment.
Yes, I think it's the series after I photograph in the closet, turn back around and take more photographs. It's just the door to the walk-in closet. Just from the door, a view of the walk-in closet.
And did you, for lack of a better term, search that to any extent?
I visually searched it. No, I visually searched it, looked through it. Again, the homicide unit detectives were the one executing the search warrant and it signed off. So,
And were you directed to collect anything from there?
no, sir. It's just the closet floor. Just working my way up to the what's on the hangers in the closet and the top of the closet. It's just me coming back out of the closet facing the bedroom. And again, just a photograph of the nightstand.
And
Should be the next one.
yes,
And there's just an overall of the nightstand and what's around. And this is what we was talking about earlier.
could you, excuse me, circle that?
Goddess, okay. Video showing Blaise. You're talking about at the apartment or at the hospital?
Right there.
Did that have any evidentiary value as far as you were concerned?
No, it wasn't a shooting scene. There was no allegation that anyone had been shot or any gun had been used. Someone's private weapon. Didn't make any sense.
I'm so confused about this case. Most of the state's evidence was submitted via family. How is that allowed? Why can't we view any of the official motions or reports? I think we probably could if anybody wants to do a FOIA request and get the discovery. Most of the evidence was submitted by the family. So I know they took the comforter and the washcloth. Somebody said to take that because it had the vomit on it. But I don't know what else was.
There was no reason to collect it.
Was anything illegal about it?
No.
Now, the item, see an item,
There was nothing like on her app on her phone for the camera. There was no footage with that. It was not connecting. It's the error or whatever it was saying.
just would be the photograph down.
Oh, there.
White straps.
Mhm.
What was that, you know?
I believe it was an Apple Watch or an Apple-esque type watch.
And
Granny Debbie, that's awesome. Your husband cleans his bathroom and does dishes. My husband will do dishes.
again, at that time, based upon information, did it have any evidentiary value as far as?
I agree. The ER doctor, I was thinking about that. His testimony was amazing and he held his own and he did great. Yep.
Being collected.
No, nothing was said to me, no.
Now,
Y'all
the
remind me who
bottle
Apple
with
Denny
the
is.
Yellow top,
No, it's a
you
witness.
recall what that was?
It was a supplement. I don't remember exactly what the supplement was off the top of my head.
And the item to the right of the yellow top bottle,
Looks to be a candle next to a half-eaten package of peanut butter M&Ms, a Sharpie pen, and an adapter.
now you walking out of the closet, correct?
Correct. Again, just a different series of photographs there, just from a different angle.
Yeah, that surprised me too, Kat, when they said, oh, I wrote that down actually. It said about the food, it said it's not, it's something that you can't, wait, let me see what they called it. Hold on, let me play this and I'll find it.
Again, that was at the door, bedroom door facing out. Just to the left before you walk out, there's a door on the left. That was the bathroom in the bedroom. That's what this is.
Recall how many bathrooms there were?
2.
So this is the one off the,
One off the, what they would call the master bedroom. Yes. Just as you walk through the door, just a photograph of the tub and the photographs of the bathroom.
and appeared to be anything out of the ordinary in the bathroom.
No, not at all. Again, just same series, just different angle. Same bathroom, different angle.
Yes, Mr. Terry, when Detective Reese gave you the plastic bag
Mhm.
comforter, did you open it up and look at it?
I did.
Right then?
Yes.
Okay. And what, if anything, was within the white bag,
Uh,
trash bags?
There was a blue comforter and a yellow washcloth.
I'm sorry, did you, in looking through the apartment, see anything similar to the washcloth that was in the bag?
Yeah, it looks similar to those up there.
We'll move on.
I just looks up at the sink in that same bathroom.
Did anything strike you as being unusual or
No, just
evidence?
it's spotless, but very clean. That's the only thing. This is from the door of the Miss Denning's bedroom facing the other bedroom through the living room. Just the other bedroom from the door looking in. Again, just rotating around the room. This is a corner of that same room. Again, just rotating to the right, different, covers the right corner of the room.
Did you go through any of the, like that hamper, or look at the magazines?
He said that food has no evidentiary value. I was like, what?
Just cursory glance. I know that one had something to do with pregnancy and becoming pregnant.
Was there
That is really bizarre. There's no timestamp. Man, Nashville, y'all messed up.
you may have already answered this or said this, but was there a bed in that second bedroom?
No, there was not. 2 chairs.
Didn't Jade also get a meal to go too, though? Wasn't that part of it? She came and got dinner to go. Nija, I mean.
Well, like some baby clothes and not it, which we'll see here in a second.
And are we still in that second bedroom?
Now, I think we skipped some photographs there.
Good point. No evidence markers.
Because this is facing the bedroom from inside the walk-in closet attached to the second bedroom.
So did you spend any significant amount of time in that second?
Yeah, photographed it from a couple of different angles, yes. There we go. Photograph from inside the closet or from the door leading into the attached walk-in closet.
Y'all see that over there, though? That
Did you
toilet
see in
lid's up.
that bedroom?
Toilet lid's up. That's what men do. Is this her bathroom? His?
Or that closet, any items that would be associated with a baby?
Oh, yes. You have a couple of baby odors. I think that was a walker. And you'll see on additional photographs over there on the side, show some boxes with, I think, with diapers and some formula.
It's just the
The bathroom attached to the second bedroom and the second walk-in closet. Same, just a toilet, counter. The walk-in closet, again, just showing what's on the top shelf.
reference Pampers or those.
Yeah, there's some Pampers over here.
Lee, I just get disappointed because, I mean, they did mess up, but I understand. I mean, they're short-staffed.
It shows the far corner from the bedroom looking into the walk-in closet. This was on that shelf that photograph I just took. You got some wipes, some formula, diapers, different items related to child care, infant care. Again, just some items on the floor. Looks like something else from Pampers down in the box below. This is walk-in closet from the bathroom facing back into the bedroom. That same corner just shows what's on the shelf and what shows below. It's like that was a walker / car seat.
Beach bum. Yes, that is the goal. I gave Minnie my card and I said, I would love to interview. And they said yes, but obviously, I mean, they're not going to do that during the trial. So absolutely. But well, let me tell y'all, if they do come on, I can't have people attacking them. I just can't. I can't do that. It's like I gotta host them.
For an infant.
Well, Emily Baker lives in Williamson County. This is Davidson.
Just more of a close-up view of those same two walkers and
no coke was found. Not the
carrier seat.
Did you look in any of those tubs or the ice chest?
So we have yet to see anything test positive for coke, which I think is very suspicious. But I just have to think it's coming.
I did not know.
Yeah, we do have a lot of crime.
So, finish the photography part.
Yes, sir.
What comes next?
What comes next is to do the evidence collection.
And are there any procedures or protocols that you adhere to in collecting items of evidence?
Yeah, you always want to take whatever precautions you can, such as wearing protective gloves, making sure they're separated, having whatever mode you're putting it in. In our case, depending on what it is, it's usually a paper sack. So have that available.
And did you follow that process and procedure in this case?
I did. This was a little unique in that you had.
I like that other prosecutor on the left there, that younger blonde. I liked her. Did y'all? What'd y'all think of this lady? So I was telling Kat's channel today that one thing I've noticed when all these female Metro Nashville employees testify, they bring like their own little entourage. So I don't know if it's like they always come with them to give them moral support, but she had 2 or 3 people with her and they were sitting in my row. I guess they were like from the lab. They were in scrubs, but it had the Metro Police like patch on it. And then when that 911 lady testified yesterday, her supervisor and somebody else sat next to me and smelled like an ashtray, but they did.
Ms. Dowell, can you please state and spell your name for the record?
Good morning. Yes, my name is Nicole Dowell, Nicoledowell.
This is the girl well, not me, but many would probably cheat off of during a science test. Don't you know it?
Ms. Dowell, where are you employed?
I'm currently employed with the Metro Nashville Police Department Crime Laboratory
Okay, how long have you been with the crime lab?
for 12 years.
What is your current assignment at the crime lab?
I'm a forensic scientist.
Oh, that's absolutely CCGTV. The police was casual about the investigation. Maybe that's why Nija and the women went to the apartment. It is. That's exactly why. Because they were like, well, we got to go and get that. That's going to be evidence. Because one of their other good friends, their mom said, y'all need to go get it, put it in a bag. Because her son, the police officer, said, you need to get that. Because they were afraid somebody might come and remove it.
In the drug identification unit.
Can you walk the jury through your history at the crime lab and what kind of positions you've held?
Sure. I was hired in 2014 as a forensic technician, and then in 2015, I was promoted to a forensic scientist.
Can you describe your job at the crime lab?
Yes. My job is to analyze submitted evidence for the absence or presence of controlled substances.
And what kind of training have you had for your job?
I had to complete an internal training program that consisted of assigned readings, lectures, observation of senior scientists, practical exams, and a competency exam.
Okay, what's your education background?
I earned a Bachelor's of Science in Forensic Science from Eastern Kentucky University.
And are you required to have ongoing training?
We're not required, but we do. I participate in continuing education by attending seminars and workshops in my specific discipline.
This time I would like to ask.
I just felt so bad. She was so nervous. I saw her like out in the hall. You know, it's like all the time when you're in the courthouse, like these people are going to have to go testify. This guy, this Miller guy, he just did not speak firmly enough.
Type of evidence that we receive in our computer lab, our digital forensic lab.
And how long have you been in that position with the police department?
3.5 years.
And prior to being at SISU, what did you do before that?
I started.
Yeah, look, they're just creating confusion. And I have something. I was going to call into Josh Ritter and leave this voicemail, but I just didn't do it. But I'll ask y'all. So I've been noticing this in trials lately. Like they'll go, yeah, do you see your binder there? Would you agree that it's 1,336 pages? This was like with the Vanderbilt doctor. And that's her medical record. And the doctor looks at it. He goes, well, it's actually 1,325. She's like, oh, is that what it is? Okay. I feel like that's on purpose to like almost build a credibility, because I've noticed this is like a habitual thing. And any good prosecutor, you know damn well how many pages are in that notebook. But do y'all think that's right? That's what they're doing on purpose? That's what I think.
Patrol, as all police officers do. After a few years, I became an adjunct firearms instructor for our academy, where I taught firearms and tactics on a temporary basis, just while we had trainees in the academy and actually learning there in the academy. I would be assigned out there temporarily during their firearms portion and help instruct that. Then in 2019, I was assigned out there full time, where I was our department's lead firearms instructor for a period. And then I was assigned to our armory, where I was in charge of issuing, maintaining, and repairing all the different types of firearms that we have and issue to our officers.
So you have a varied background. Can you describe specifically your training in digital forensics?
Yes. So it's a constantly evolving world, digital forensics. You guys all have cell phones, so we know that new cell phones come out on the market all the time. And then on top of that, it seems like we're getting a new update for our phones every week, a couple times a month. With every new make and model, with every new operating system, there's new bits and pieces for us to learn as investigators. So
Kath says, I really think Nija didn't call 911 because she was trying to get to the scene before 911 in hopes to get some stuff out of apartment, but Blaise called 911. And that's why Nija and Cunt went back to apartment. I don't know.
you're really a constant student is the best way I can describe it, is that things evolve so much and so quickly that we're constantly having to learn. I've had over 300 hours of
But this was really sad.
Sorry, I definitely thought I'd responded, just was getting ready for bed and was like, dang, she hasn't responded back. And it was me who didn't respond with an emoji. Jade then responds at 11:04:46. LOL, it's all good. I'm finishing up at the gym. I'll come there in a minute at 11:04:46. And then follows up about 6 minutes later with on my way. Blaise responds at 11:16 that his door is unlocked. And
well, he is subject to recall, so I think they've got a method to it. This prosecutor knows what she's doing. I'm not saying that this is a slam dunk. I'm just saying when she did that Vanderbilt case years ago, she was amazing. I want to see. Oh, something was said today in a testimony. I wrote this down about song. It was a text between Blaise and Jade, and it said, and they were all dying laughing, her family, all her friends. It was something about, I wrote down song. I couldn't hear it because the damn air had clicked on. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? It was towards the end of the day.
On robbery phones, like all different types of devices. So every investigation is going to be a little bit different. So, but we're constantly in communication with that lead detective. They had boots on the ground during the initial portion of the investigation. They know it inside and out, and I'm kind of a third party coming in.
Welcome, Sheriff Chuck. We're happy you're here. We're all safer with Chuck Norris around.
Again, assisting in the investigation with the digital evidence. So I have to rely on those lead detectives anytime I'm working on a phone or on a report for a device because I need to know a lot more information. So there's constant lines of communication.
And did he ask you to look for certain pieces of information during certain time frames?
Yes,
And was November 6th one of those time frames?
that was.
And the next page, which is 68, can you describe what is shown here?
So this is a snapshot of the notes application or a portion of the notes application
All right,
that was in
one.
Jade's.
All right, let me show you this. I didn't realize he showed all this today. Okay. Do y'all see my arrow on my mouse up here? Okay, this front row. So this girl right here on the end, this is the one she blamed the text error for, Letitia, when she was like, well, my assistant sent it to me, or my staff person. That's her, and that's her little tan tote bag down there with Burberry print plaid. Then next to her is this gentleman. I think he's an attorney. I'm not sure. And then this blonde lady seems to be like a really good friend of the family. And then this is going towards the wall. This girl right here in the white jacket and the black hair, that is Blaise's sister. And then that's his mom, Evie, here. And then that's his dad, Trooper. Trooper is short. And then behind Trooper is this guy right here who is like Blaise's BFF. They look like twins, like Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger. This guy is enormous and Blaise is little. But when I was out doing that lunchtime live, they walked in front of me. They were going to eat or something, I guess. But then all these people seem to be friends with Blaise. And then behind them here, this girl with the blouse on and the reddish brown hair and the bun, and then this girl next to her, they work for these attorneys and they're constantly running in and out doing it at the courtroom. I don't know what they're doing, but they're doing stuff. And then I think this lady here in the hunter green, she's a journalist. I think she might be with Dateline. And then the lady that, well, let me move my picture. You see the legs right there? That is the 48 Hours producer. So there you go. I just gave you the details. And that little prosecutor over here, little sweet thing, she bends over and it's just like her ass is just like right in the courtroom. But I mean, she's got a rocking body. So I'm like, you go.
Device.
And can you describe when the note was created?
It was created on 11/6 of 22 and at 4:11:27 p.m. And a note is one of those that you can constantly keep modifying.
Wow, the guy, he really zoomed in on people today, didn't he? Yeah, that's the parents and the sister.
Adding to, taking away from, so it has a last modified date as of the 8th of that same month.
And can you read the body of that note?
Yes. I think that we might as well cut out.
This is costing this family millions, I have no doubt. The amount of money being spent on the defense. Not only is it the defense team, but like travel to Nashville and the hotel, and I'm sure they're down at the Four Seasons.
Or whatever between us.
Well,
because we can't keep opening and closing this door. When I've made the decision, you said how you felt and what you do or don't want, and I respect it and will not involve you at any point. My appointment is the 16th, so if your mind changes or anything, feel free to reach out at any time. But other than that, I feel like we will just be running in circles, continuing to communicate.
Yep.
And can you explain that there's a summary section?
Kathy, absolutely. I hate to admit it, but it is true. If you can afford a great defense team, George Pino, your chances of a better outcome are so much greater. And that's a shame, but that's the way it is. Correct? Karen Reed?
Do you know how that's created?
It's created by the application and is actually just in the line item of all your notes. It'll actually give you just like a little snapshot of what's in that note.
And the next page, which is 69, can you describe?
Well, his mom has a PhD in social work, Dr. Evie. Oh, defense investigator. Oh boy, that's pretty cool.
A series of texts between Nigea and Jade on 11/6/22, starting at 12:49:50 p.m.
And can you read out
OJ?
the content of the text messages on this page?
Yes, at 12:49:50 p.m.
I don't know, but if I was Wendy, you know who I'd hire? Howard. And don't give her ideas. I'm sure she's thought of it.
Jade states, Blaise talking about the current situation in quotations. And then she follows up.
Ruth Ann, yes. I'm just saying, though, she had to have a team that was millions and millions and millions and millions to fight that corruption.
Again, Jade to Nigeria at 12:06 p.m. I'm going to tell him today I'm not having the abortion so he can just get it out of his head. Nigeria responds at 11 p.m. like he had the opportunity to talk yesterday and didn't. Nigeria then follows up with at 18 p.m. She laughed at Jade's, she responded to Jade's text by laughing at it or doing a ha-ha quotation above the text. And then she follows up with LMAO, get it out of his head because it's a wrap at 12:51:30 p.m.
So do y'all know what I'm talking about on the song thing? Do y'all remember that? Have a great rest. Blaise is well-spoken, good manners. I've made the decision I have. We will continue to run in circles of communication. You said how you felt and stated that moving forward, you want no parts. So I will let it be just that. I will not involve you at this point. I will love this child unconditionally with or without you. I informed you that my appointment is on the 16th. Oh, that's what she wrote to him. Alan Jackson here for today.
We can't keep opening and closing this door when I've made the decision I have.
I bet it's more than that.
We will continue to run in circles of communication about the situation when we know we are not in agreement with.
I'm going to tell y'all another defense attorney we need to keep our eyes on. The lady representing the Tepe guy that when I watch her, I get intimidated.
The situation. You said how you felt and stated that moving forward, you want no parts. So I will let it be just that. I will not involve you at any point. I will love this child unconditionally with or without you. I informed you that my appointment is on the 16th. So if your mind changes between now and then, the choice is yours.
I love Brian Steele. Love him. When he took off his tie and belt and was like, well, lock me up. I got to prepare with my client.
Show up or not. So with that being said, there's nothing left for me to say. Have a great rest of your day, Blaise.
And the next page, which is 76, can you describe what's shown here?
Yes, it's another view of her sending that exact same text on the 6th of November.
And is that the thread between Jade Benning and Blaise Taylor?
That is the thread, yes.
Yeah.
What is the next message that occurs after the November 6th, 2022?
Almost 2 months later on 12/31/22 at 4:26:02 p.m., Jade texts Blaise's device stating, I'll be off in about 30 or 45 minutes.
Well, surely to God, they got to have some evidence on who was able to buy all these drugs. I mean, there's got to be some evidence.
I will call you when I leave.
And can you describe in Jade's iPhone, does it capture every single phone call that she makes?
Not all of her phone calls. Well, it does capture all of them, yes. Inherently, phones do capture all phone calls, but not, well, yes, I'm sorry. Yes, it does capture phone calls.
Is it possible that that phone call occurred through a third-party app?
It is possible.
Because it appears she's responding to something, but nothing happened.
That is correct.
Did you look for evidence of what would have occurred between Jade Benning and Blaise Taylor?
That is a theory I hadn't thought of. I don't think he meant to kill her, just the baby. Have we seen like any results on that?
Prior to her sending this text message?
Yes.
And did you find anything related to that?
I did.
And what was that?
I found a message or a text string between Jade and Nigeria. Jade had texted Nigeria a photograph of a missed call from Blaise. She had taken a screen capture of her locked phone that she had missed a call from Blaise. So it shows that on her screen, and she texts that to Nigeria. Nigeria responded as though you would think she would. She was surprised because it had been a serious period of time since they talked. And then Jade seemed excited about the fact that he was calling.
And can you describe what's shown here? That is 77.
Yeah, it's just further detail of the slide we were just looking at, the text.
And this is 78, which is kind of just talking about that time frame of November 4th, 2022 to February 25th, 2023, did you specifically kind of look at any contact that they would have had during that time frame?
Yes.
And specifically, did you look at Jade's activity during that specific time frame?
Yes.
And do the next few slides kind of focus in on things related to her and her actual pregnancy?
Yes, it does.
And this next page, which is 79, can you describe what is shown here?
Yes, these are a series of calendar entries that were on her device, and then a series just below that, a series of text confirmation that you would typically receive from like a doctor's office or something along those lines, confirming the dates and times of those appointments that were listed above, of some of the appointments that were listed above, I should say.
And the next page is 80, which is kind of a zoomed in image of a portion of the previous slide. Can you read into the record the dates of these appointments?
Yes, the titled doctor appointment at Vanderbilt Women's start date and time was 11/16/22 at 1:40 p.m. The following is a second OB appointment at 12/28/22 at 3:40 p.m. A third OB appointment or an anatomy scan at 2/2/23 at 9:45 a.m. I had to look this up, a non-invasive prenatal test for blood work on 2/6/23 at 9 a.m. The following is a third OB with an Allison Mullally.
Ain't no hollaback girl. What it's HFT? I asked, but nobody answered. Oh, about the Google searches? I haven't heard anything about it.
On 2/10/23 at 11:40 a.m., an ultrasound on 3/9/23 at 9:05 a.m., a glucose test on 3/9/23 at 11 a.m., and then a Little Sprouts spring and summer pop-up sale on 3/21/23 at 4:30 p.m.
And that first appointment was on November 16th of 2022, is that correct?
That's correct, yes.
And this next page is 81. Can you describe what's shown here?
It's a detailed portion of a video that we're about to show that was taken at 2:13:34 p.m. on 11/16/22.
And can you describe what is shown here on 82?
It's a video that appears to be inside of a doctor's office, videotaping an ultrasound being displayed on a screen in a dark office.
And is that one of the video files that will be on the disk?
It is.
And the next page, which is 83, can you describe what's shown here?
It's the details for another video that we're about to display that was taken shortly after at 2:59:50 p.m.
And that is on November 16th, 2022, is that correct?
Yes.
And that is a still image on page 84 of your report. Can you describe what that video is?
Yes, it is showing Jade walking out of the appointment, seemingly pretty excited to the point of having to remove her mask to show her smile.
And is that video on the disk as well?
Yes.
And the next page, 85, is a duplicate of the previous page. Can you describe, these are all of the appointments that she has, correct?
As they relate to the pregnancy, it's not every appointment that she had in her calendar.
Okay. And that Little Sprouts event, was there additional information on her phone about that?
I don't recall if there
Is
was.
it possible there were messages that related specifically to that?
Yes, there were. I'm sorry. Yes.
And that was scheduled to occur on March 21st, is that right?
Yes.
And this next
It was crazy that Barry Morphew's bond was only $300,000, or was it $3 million and he got $300,000? Yeah.
page is 86. Can you describe what's shown here?
Yes, Jade had created two boards on her Pinterest account, one titled Baby Nursery Inspiration and the other titled Baby Shower Ideas. First one was created or started on 12/16/22 at 10:39 p.m. and the other was created or started on 1/16/23 at 8:48 p.m.
And this next
Hey, there's me.
image kind of takes us a little bit out of sequence, but can you describe what is shown
Did y'all see me?
here on page 87?
Yes, it's a
Okay, so that's Jade's mom right here. And then that's her sister rubbing her back.
series of texts between Jade and Blaise on 9/28/22, starting at 9:45:35 a.m.
This guy sitting right here behind her mom, he's really, really nice. So I gave him my card.
And this next page, 88, can you describe what's shown here?
It's a detail. It's the details for the very first text, just kind of giving a little bit more in-depth look at the starting of the conversation.
And this next page, which is 89, can you describe what's shown here?
Yes, it's a continuation of the same conversation the same day, just a little bit later on at 6:52:01 p.m. Between, again, Jade and Blaise.
And can you read into the record the content of that message at 6:52:01?
Yes.
Oh, FYI, the Court TV guy has the app up and running so he can see, and he sees the chat too. And I think they were saying they wanted more footage, so he did
That
it.
very first message from Jade to Blaise. I want to come stay with you again tonight. Blaise responds at 10:59:38 p.m. Yes, that's fine. So sorry, I definitely thought I'd responded, just was getting ready for bed and was like, dang, she hasn't responded back. And it was me who didn't respond with an
But look at them. Why are Ed and Letitia just like zoned out? I mean, I guess the other attorney handled it. They're about to do something big.
emoji. Jade then responds at 11:04:46. LOL, it's all good. I'm finishing up at the gym. I'll
Lee
come
and
over, or I'll
Tennessee.
come there in a minute at 11:04:46. And then follows
Goddess, he keeps referring to a software, and I think it is Cellbrite. He just doesn't say it. That's my opinion. I don't know that though.
up about 6 minutes later with "On My Way."
Mhm.
Blaise responds at 11:11:16 that his door is unlocked, and about a minute later, Jade responds,
Mhm.
loving his last text.
And were you specifically asked to look to see if they had contact kind of right there at the end of September?
Yes, I was.
Pisces. I think he was just a playboy out here raw dogging everybody. I believe when he gave Jade the negative energy about how the pregnancy, he thought that was going to work. Yeah. Does Letitia seem nice? No. But I mean, I wouldn't say she's out of lawyer mode when she's walking in the hall. She seems extremely confident.
And the next page, which is 90, can you describe what's shown here?
This is just a little bit more detail about the very last text that was sent in that string, just giving a little bit more information on it from the beginning to the end of the conversation.
Yeah,
And the next page, which is
I agree. I want to meet this Detective Reese.
91, can you describe what's shown here?
There were 4 notes located in her phone that were of a pregnancy mindset. 4 notes.
I agree, Goddess. I was wondering about the Cellbrite stuff too. We got spoiled with oh my God, why can't I think of his name? Corbett.
Were started, one titled Baby Names, one titled Baby List Needs, one titled Ultrasound Appointment, and another titled Baby Shower.
And the next page, which is
Our mom was bawling with that, with like her Pinterest pages for baby shower and baby nursery.
92, can you describe what's shown here?
This is a series of line items from her inbox or her email. These are all email lists that she had signed up for that are all either parenting related, baby related, pregnancy related, of that nature. So she had 1, 2, 5 of them that she had actually subscribed to.
And the next page, which is 93, can you describe what's shown here?
It's a series of videos that I located inside of her device that were videos of an Amazon checkout, or like an in cart before you check out. So in your basket for Amazon, 2 of those are Amazon, another one for Old Navy, and another for another child-related website, all indicating items that she had in her cart ready for purchase.
And are all 4 of those videos between 2/20/2023 and 2/22/2023?
That's correct. Yes, the detail portion down there at the very bottom is in correlation with the still image directly above it. Again, these are all videos, so these are just a still shot of the video.
And this is 4 separate things that you kind of consolidated.
Correct.
Did you pull every single
Yeah, I mean, who would even know that ingesting Coke? I didn't even know it would dissolve.
pregnancy related item from Ms. Livingstone?
No, not at all. This is just a sampling of what I located.
Was it somewhat just constant
Yes.
from the beginning of November until February 25th of 2023?
Yeah, it was very, very constant.
And the next page is 94. Can you describe what's shown here?
An image that made me think she was treating herself right and working with the pregnancy by creating mocktails and posting that to some friends on Snapchat.
And did you specifically look for any evidence of alcohol use, marijuana use, things of that nature?
Correct, yes.
And did you find this kind of looking for that type of thing?
It is interesting because look, Goddess, I had written here on my notebook about the KTX files, and I wrote Apple and I Cellbrite because when I got that FOIA stuff for Donna Adelson, and it was like, oh, this requires a Cellbrite reader and all this. It was a whole cluster F, but he never once said the word Cellbrite today, and I thought that was really strange. So did anybody ever answer, was there a paternity test done? I'm assuming. And what was that thing they ended with? The defense said, what about the text that says I'm already effed up? This was when he was bringing up the location of the Walmart, and he's like, you know, that's a Walmart. And the guy goes, yeah, I was patrol there and I used to live there. And then Danny Weed and Dez. Yeah, I got a lot of questions. I want to know who Jarius Porter is. Yeah, Kelly. Blaise is very well educated with unlimited resources. Why would he choose Coke if he was trying to poison her? Is Coke known to cause miscarriages? It's a great question. I have no idea. Yeah. All right. Okay. Paternity was established during the autopsy, but like surely before that, I mean, he had to know. I mean, look, if I was a dude, I'd be like, well, we need to get that proven. The other driver probably wasn't sober. I might have missed this. Yes, that's right, Kathy. The medical examiner listed Jade's death as unknown. I am waiting to hear Blaise's name concerning the apartment other than when he was there in the apartment on the 911 call. Ain't no how about if it's laced or mixed with FTL, then it's fatal. I don't think it was, though. What? The mom would not go to the hospital because she did not want to leave work? Oh, this is all depressing. Yeah, some people do get away with it. Oh, good to see you, little Miss Red Velvet. You think medical examiner will let us know? Okay, Jarius Porter is one of the 3 men. Okay, so when they brought that name up, I just want to tell y'all. When they brought that name up, her friends and family were going, and I was like, you can know paternity before a baby's born. Sure you can. You can safely determine paternity during pregnancy as early as 7 weeks using a non-invasive prenatal paternity NIPP test. This method requires only a simple blood draw from the mother and a cheek swab from the potential father, posing zero risk to the pregnancy. And it is $700 to $1,500. Melissa, that's what someone else just said, that they think maybe he was just trying to do the baby. But how would you know? Does Narcan affect a fetus? That's a good question. I don't know. Yeah, was this X 6 years ago? I don't know. Sheriff Chuck, I don't believe anyone intended to kill her. I think she took Adderall that had been cut with cocaine. I think her friend crashed her date to drop them off without knowing they were poison. This is interesting. The goddess, the medical examiner said her cause of death was undetermined, which means her death was caused by someone. Would be good to know, but Blaise turned over nothing relevant. I don't think she was taking a stimulant either. Jade didn't want to get a test to determine if the baby had Down syndrome. I didn't get that when I was pregnant either. There wasn't a paternity test done. The paramedics didn't know what they were doing. That's sad. I feel like we have really good paramedics here. The test confirmed that you are not the father, Maury Povich. Did he have reason to suspect cocaine would look accidental? It is interesting. Do y'all feel like the Corey Richards case has like given everybody ideas? Miss Pisces, don't forget she was 24 and single. They met on a dating app, not at church. That fool didn't even know her address on her birthday. Or that's so true. They're like, how old is she? He goes 23 or 24. Do y'all want to listen to the 911 call? And then we'll go. Let's see. Oh, yeah. I have to tell y'all something funny. Okay, so this lady was sitting outside the first day that I went. She was sitting outside the courtroom on a bench. And I'm like, do you think I can go in there? She goes, I don't know. You might get in trouble. And then she comes in. I'm like, oh, perfect. She's a witness. I have learned just don't talk to people because several people I'll end up talking to. And then, yeah. Okay.
Good morning, Ms. Barrett. Could you please state your full name for the record?
Jennifer Barrett.
Witness, along with
Let's see, I guess I'll go to E3.
See, there's Jan bent down. I mean, she's darling, y'all. She is just darling. Yeah, why was he in Utah? Looking for Corey Richmond?
Saturday, February 25, 2023, 21:38 and 58 seconds. 911, what is the location of your emergency?
I'm not sure from Donaldson Park. I'm at a friend's house and I think she's having an allergic reaction.
Let's see, I guess I'll go if there's no way you can find her.
I don't know. It's an apartment complex.
Is there a male with her?
With the I'm looking around. Just give me a second. I'm looking around. I don't know what's going on. I think she just. Give me 1 second.
Okay, are you on Donaldson Pike or are you on Lebanon?
Here. Lebanon. Yeah, Lebanon. It's apartment 107.
What is it? Is it 1540 Lebanon Pike?
I don't know. It's not Burger King. I do know that. Let me look. I'm going to the front of the building and get the condo slash apartment. Yeah, I'm trying to see the name of it. I'm going to the front.
Okay, is there Malco in the corner there, sir?
Is there a what?
The Malco in the corner?
I'm not sure. I just passed it. I'm running. The Ontario. 1522-1550 Lebanon Pike, New Ontario. 1522? Yes. Ontario.
I mean, I do think he sounds distressed in this. And I said that yesterday.
1522-1550 Lebanon Pike. So the Ontario 1522, she's in the mother.
You know, Melissa, I was just thinking, like, when I listened to this yesterday, I'm like, how did he not know the freaking address? But I will tell y'all this, these young kids, okay, because I have one, they don't know shit. They just put shit in their phone and they just follow it. It's pretty wild.
107, did she not get overdose? That's right. I don't know. I think she's having a allergic reaction. We were getting cookies and painting, and she said she wasn't feeling good. And
Now, I thought that was weird to mention the painting.
I went back to the room to check on her. No, and what's the, just in case we disconnected while you're getting up there, what's the callback number in case we disconnected? This number right here. Is it 8 number? Okay, and how old is she? 23, 24. Okay, is she awake right now? Yes. Okay. And you think she was having an allergic reaction to food?
Well, he was like 27 or 26. I mean, my son's 24. And he is a very smart kid. But I'm telling y'all.
I don't know. We got cookies and pasta. I don't know what she's done. If she's done anything today or anything, but everything was fine. And then I don't know what's happening. So she got sticks on her mouth and she's shaking. So you think it's possibly a reaction to not knowing food? Is that right? I think so. I don't know. Okay. I don't think she's allergic to anything. I don't know if she is or not. It could be a new allergic reaction. So are you next door? That next door answer? Yeah. Okay. Does she appear to be breathing normally? Yeah. Okay. Does she have any difficulty swallowing? I don't know. I'm not a doctor. Okay. Is she recovering? No more. 30 questions? Yeah, she's awake. Okay. So can you just gently roll her onto her side right now? Yeah, she's on her side. Okay. Okay. Yeah, because if she's having like vomit or anything else that's coming out right now, so you just keep her under her side for right now. You can finger squeeze any out, only what you can see of her base and smell. Okay. Then you can wipe her mouth. Okay. Hello, sir. Hello? Yeah, I'm in the top. I'm in the top. Okay. Can you ask, is she able to answer if she's having difficulty swallowing or feeling any swelling in her lips or throat or face, anything like that? No. Okay, she's one of our, I think one of our friends is on the way. Okay. I don't know what to do. Oh, is there anything else I should be doing? Okay, and then does she have an EpiPen? Do you have an EpiPen? Do you have an EpiPen? I don't think so. I don't think so. She's not responding. Okay, so and what is it? So other than her just feeling kind of weak and passing out, does she have any other symptoms right now? No, she's. No, I mean, she's pretty relaxed. She's laying on her side. Okay, does she appear to have any rash or eyes anywhere on her body that you can see? Not that I can see. And I don't see anything on her legs or on her arms, so she looks fine. Okay. And does her condition look to be any worse? I don't think so. I don't really know how to tell. Okay, no, it's like because if she has allergic reaction, a lot of times the rash, eyes, it'll be redness, her dental mask could be getting worse, or breathing out. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Okay. All right, so we already have help on the way. So just okay. So do I stay on the line, or what do I do? So I'm just going to give you the instructions. But do you need me to stand in line with you until the paramedics arrive, sir? Well, is there anything else I have to be doing? I don't know. I just got, I think there's nothing else. Yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, because she's, so right now, because she's awake and really grabbing, she's moving air freely. She's not struggling to breathe or wheezing or going or anything like that. No, it looks like she's throwing up some. Okay. Yeah, so you can cook right for now. Okay, I did. I'm up in the mouth. Okay. And she's really moving air. And what? Does it look like she's freely moving air? Yeah, she's breathing, yeah. Okay. Well, so we're just gonna keep her on her left side right now. We're just trying to keep her super comfortable right there, okay? Okay. All right. So just before
Goddess, they had transcripts and everything. They gave them to the jury, and all the attorneys had them.
now, nothing for any ear drink. Just keep her in that comfortable position right now. Just have her medication there for the paramedics if she has any with her. Make sure you don't. I don't know if she has any medication. To be honest, I don't know. No, it's okay, sir. And then just be at the door to let the fireman in. And if you look around and see those peaks now, I just want to make sure because the building that you're describing has two separate addresses. But I want to make sure they're all the same. I don't think she has any. I mean, she got a mailbox, but but it's not like it's an apartment, so it's not, I think it's more of a PO box. I don't know if she keeps her mail. I don't even know if you're she's on. I'm not sure. Are you in the, because it looks like based on what you're describing, are you in the main large building or the smaller one? I would guess the main larger one. I mean, there's multiple floors, multiple stories. Okay, because it looks like on the map I'm looking at, it looks like 1540 is for the large building, and 1522 or 1532 is the small ones that are right next to the street. You're the big one? Yeah, I think so, yeah. Okay. 54. Okay. No, so all I want you to do is continue to monitor or bring in a local sponsor for any changes. So if anything else changes, call us back. But they're on the way up to 1540, that's on mine, over in Hermitage. And she's in apartment 107, cross street to Spence Enclave Way, and Spence Lane at the Ontario, okay? Yes, okay. All right, so if anything changes before they arrive, give us a call back. Yeah, she'll be right there as quickly as they can, okay? Okay. All right. I think I hear them. Okay, that's awesome. All right. Thank you so much. Okay, you're welcome. All right.
Clark, you can pass those documents.
Well, I don't know. I guess the mystery will continue. Yeah, I don't understand how she was face down when he said he put her on her side, but then the EMT said when they arrived she was face down. So I don't know. But then the Vandy guy said she was DOA, but then she was saying something. Oh, you think Keontae supplied whatever it was? That's a good point. Yep. Well, y'all are enticing me to go back on Saturday. Okay, I won't be there tomorrow. Sorry, unless I can get out of work early. No, I mean, she had to be intubated to, they were trying to. Yeah, I don't think she was doing drugs. Yeah, Des and Jarius Porter. So many questions. I have more questions than answers, but thank y'all so much. And I hope you all have a good Friday. And if I do get to go down there, I'll let you know. Yep. Judge said it working Saturday. We're getting it done. He got a 4th of July cookout or something. Good night.
Thank you all for riding with me till the truth does he be? Justice seeker, story keeper, and we're still watching, waiting for justice.